How long have you been a diabetic?
Oh, let's see, carry the one. I was a fourth grader. It was right around this time, it was right before Thanksgiving. So about 15 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about the inconvenience when you were diagnosed.
Well, I was hospitalized for about a week, and I had to learn everything. I mean, I had no clue what being a diabetic meant. I remember that office visit from the doctor. My parents were very upset, and as a fourth grader, you don't really know what that means or how it's going to change your life. I just know that my parents were upset to the point of crying, and when your parents are upset like that, you have the same kind of emotions. I had to learn how to manage it. Luckily, I was always a very good math student, and math came easy, and I'm a math teacher right now. And so the mathematical aspect of it all made sense to me. Now, if I hadn't been very good in math, I can see very well how that would be confusing and it would be very difficult to manage. But just counting carbs, knowing how a Snickers bar and a slice of pizza are going to affect my blood sugar in a different way, I think that I have it mastered, and then all of a sudden I get stressed and for whatever reason my blood sugar goes through the roof. You think that it's just counting carbs and doing insulin, and then you incorporate exercise, and you incorporate how much sleep you got, and you incorporate how you're feeling that day generally. There's just too many factors to even count.
Now, do you have a pump?
I do have a pump. I got the pump in the 8th grade. I was the 4th grader who'd go down to the office and give himself a shot. It didn't bother me. For whatever reason, I was never afraid of needles. But I ate constantly. I was an athlete. I did multiple sports. I'd eat a granola bar here. I'd have an apple here. And so that just gave me the freedom of being able to kind of snack more, I guess, with the inconvenience of giving myself a shot. And that's always why I've enjoyed it more.
Have you seen changes in management or treatment over the last 15 years?
Yeah, peaks and valleys. As far as there was a time in high school, so I had been diagnosed for several years at that point, where I just didn't care. I didn't check my blood sugar often enough. I ate whatever I wanted. I just didn't care, simply enough. And I didn't really realize what I was doing to myself all that year or two where, whatever, I'm fine. Now I understand. Kind of, my one doctor that I had told me it's kind of like wearing a seatbelt, where you hope that you're never going to have to use it, but it's there if you need it. So keeping track of yourself and helping yourself, it's kind of like wearing a seatbelt, where later on, hopefully down the road, it can help you out a little bit. Caring consistently has changed to where now I want to be around for the long haul. And so constantly checking myself, constantly, now I have, I've toyed around with it a little bit, my Dexcom, and that is just phenomenal, just a phenomenal piece of equipment. And they're, continuing to update that. Just knowing what it is all the time is just less worry. I'm about to go on a drive, okay, I'm going to be driving for an hour. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to crash because I just checked my Dexcom and I'm good to go. Little things like that make it easier as well, and I think we're trending in the right direction.
You've managed it for so long. Talk about what it would be like if, in your lifetime, a cure is found.
Honestly, I'm so used to it at this point that I haven't thought too much about a cure, to be honest with you. It's hard. Little things other people can take advantage of. I really want a Gatorade right now, but my blood sugar's sitting at 200. I can't have that Gatorade. I'm craving a Snickers bar. Be nice to do those things, and that's just a couple of the things. I woke up, my blood sugar's really low. That makes it hard to get out of bed. It makes it hard to do anything when your blood sugar's low. You can't focus. You didn't have that constant having to keep it in check, it would make a world of difference.
During your teaching days, have you found an interesting relationship with any students that have also been diagnosed?
I don't have, off the top of my head, I don't have any students that are also type 1. But I did have a couple. I coached 7th grade football, and I did have 2 football players on the team that were type 1. I know it gave the parents a ton of relief. This guy can know. And I think it gave the players some relief too. I was in their shoes. I did exactly what they needed to do. So I was on top of it. Hey, we're about to play a game. Your blood sugar might want to be just a little tad higher than what it normally is. Okay, we want to make sure you don't drop. So I've been there. I think that helped. It gave them some sort of comfort. And to me, it is just another day. Luckily, I have one of my best friends. Funny story, we moved in across the hall from each other my freshman year of college. He had just been diagnosed about 6 months before. So you can imagine his parents worry that they're sending their son off to college. 6 months ago, he's just diagnosed with diabetes. So when I had been diagnosed and I was the expert, per se, on how to manage, it gave them a level of comfort too. Okay, now we have someone to watch our back. And I don't know how familiar with you are on Dexcom. There's an app on your phone where you can follow each other's blood sugars. And I actually get an alert when his blood sugar drops below a certain amount and vice versa. And so he lives up in Columbus. I'm like, hey man, you might want to grab a juice box. I can see you're crashing. And so we've always been able to hold each other accountable, and I thought that was pretty cool too. My name is Constable, and I am a type 1 diabetic.